Hello and welcome. I'm Janet Namaste, and this is your energy forecast for April 2024. And today I have the great honor to co-facilitate this channeling with the lovely Mila, Moonlight Soul. So welcome, Mila.
Hi, Janet. Thank you so much for having me and for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's so wonderful. It's so wonderful. From the moment when you and I connected, when we met, and then you did a reading for me, and then I invited you to the community, and then we just decided to like elope together on the 2nd of April. Because when it works, it works. When you feel it's right, it's right. And the crazy thing is that when you and I were speaking and we are trying to align our calendars, you were like, I don't know, maybe at the end of June. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it this week. Let's just do it this week on the most the week of, I think, the most energetic, and I don't want to say turbulent because turbulence has a negative connotation associated with it, but the most energetic transitional time in our lives at this, from what we're going to know, right?
Absolutely. And I mean, I'm Taurus, you are Capricorn. So we were like, oh, let's just push this stubborn poor Taurus a little bit to get moving. So I'm like, okay, I'm here, I'm ready. So ready or not, here we come.
There we go. So I'm going to begin, and this is how we're going to do it on the month of April. I'm going to speak a little bit about the numerology and then and what to expect. And not only just this month, I want to talk a little bit about the year, and then we're going to talk about the energy forecast of this specific month. And then I actually even wrote down of week by week of what it is of the themes of the week. So people will know that that is the way that planting that seed during that time with that right intention and with that right mindset, that you'll be able to go into the highest potential of that week. And then you'll kind of come in and marry how the astrology weaves in to the tapestry of this beautiful cosmic forecast that we are now like relaying to the world. So sounds good?
Sounds perfect. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
let's do it. All right, my angels. So before we get into this number 3 month, number 3 is ruled by the energy of Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, of lucky blessings, and anything that it touches, it kind of expands. But I really want to focus in for just one moment of the year of 2024, because the year actually like encompasses the mission and the energy vibration of every single person on this planet. As we enter in a brand new year, there's a new frequency, there's a new energy that is behind the scenes. It's almost like a background music, or if you're watching a play, it's the background, it's the scenery that changes. And that scenery is the background for the entire United States, Europe, Asia, all the continents of planet Earth. So we all have the specific vibration associated with it, but depending on the essence of our soul and what we're going through on an individual level, the way that we enter in and the way that whether we can see or whatever is concealed is different. So never ever compare yourself with the path of someone else, because whatever it is that you're going through is unique to you. But our mission as a collective, and as you know, that even with prayer, when people pray together with the intention, the heartfelt intention, not just of words, blah, 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 but the heartfelt intention, that is basically like a direct dialing God, dialing, to the cosmic source immediately. Because when your words, actions, and deeds align, especially from the heart, and then we say it out loud with a like-minded community, it is, there's no static in there. It's a direct connection. So this mission that we all have on this planet Earth this year in 2024 equals numerologically the number 8. And 8 represents all forms of power, fortitude. And what actually happens when the power, are we utilizing it against ourselves? How are we using this power? Is it internal? Is it external? How are we viewing it? It's not, we don't want to utilize this number 8 energy forcefully of for basically for bullying, or bullying not only others, bullying ourselves. Because I'm not going to speak about the astrology, numerologically, the number 8 that we're all feeling, that frequency. If you put 8 on the side, it's infinity, infinite power. But are we using it against ourselves with negative connotations, with criticism of old paradigms of, if you don't do it this way, it's very fixed, of being really fixed? Or do we get to utilize that internal power, the wisdom that we've attained throughout the years, and project it? Not project it in terms of like our words, but aligning with assertive action, compassionate action, to raise the vibration of this world. Now, this is what I wanted to surprise my Moonlight soul with. The number 8 in sequence, every number has its own specific energy, but the number 8 energy contains the infinite power of all the numbers combined before. We can't go into the 3rd grade unless we did the 2nd grade or kindergarten or 1st grade. So from 1 to 8, if you add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus all the way up to number 8, it equals, okay, 36. Listen, this is cool, Moonlight soul. And 36, in numerology, whenever it's a double digit, you reduce it. You take the 3 and the 6, you separate it. So now what do we have? 3 plus 6 equals 9. So Moonlight soul, I keep on saying it because on Instagram, she's Moonlight soul 369. Or on, like even email 369. This is the ultra powerful and sequence 369. So this year 2024, which is our mission, is all about balance. It's about consistency. It's about stability. It's utilizing that power into really using our ancient wisdom that is within our DNA. It's in there. It's going to awaken probably this week, which we'll speak about in a moment, but it's to take it and to emerge into the new earth. We're all doing it. And at times it may seem that what's happening in the world, it's such a fierce awakening. It's a rude awakening. It's like somebody that has been in a slumber and dreaming about fairies and angels, and suddenly like they're waking up and it's like fire alarm. That's the energy that we feel at this moment in time. But what's imperative is that it can be frightening. It can be at times emotional. But this is the moment of where we must step up for emotional maturation and to take what we have inside of us and help others, serve others. What's the point of having all this knowledge for ourselves and ourselves alone? Me, myself, and I, we are one, the law of one. This is so important. So I wanted to paint the picture of what is in the background of the mission. And there's always a higher octave and a lower octave of different energies and frequencies of numbers, and I'm sure of astrological signs as well. The higher octave of a number 8 is one of utilizing that power for wealth, not only of just like, make it rain kind of wealth, but also the wealth of knowledge, the wealth of serving, the wealth of love, and the wealth of community building also, because it's like 2 zeros put together. So it's like literally of 2 wholes, coming together from, and also of taking that wealth that is inside of us and sharing. That's so important. It's about ongoing existence, not just about like surviving, but going to the doors of thriving and helping others thrive. It's not about competition here. We are one. That is the background music and the mission. What is happening essentially in April of 2024, April, which is a number 4 month, that's usually the energy of the lessons that we are going through. And 4 is also ruled by the planet Uranus, which is unpredictability. But at the same time, It has to do with the heart, with the heart. Our lessons here right now at this moment of April 2024 is to focus in from the heart, lead with compassion, lead with love, not of being, and anything that you feel that you're compromising the essence of your soul, be a no to. Because the I don't know or anything like that, you end up betraying yourself and then beating yourself up because you betrayed yourself. And you start, so this is very important to know that you are never, ever, ever going to lose anything that wasn't yours to begin with. And guess what? We own, sorry, I have to shut my phone. It's my Life 360. So the thing is that we don't lose anything that wasn't ours to begin with. Nothing is ours. The only thing that we own are the energies that are within us, the essence of who we are, the love that we are. But all these tangible things, people, material things, they're not ours. Even places that we visit, it's just like it's God's, like Mother Nature's, like art. So it's imperative to enjoy the moment from the heart. Though that's the lessons. But if you add the lessons with the year, 4 + 8, that equals the number 3. So this month, April, is equivalent to number 3, which is ruled by Jupiter, as I mentioned before. And we get to expand what? If we go into the higher octave, it's about creativity, it's about play, it's about fun, it's being childlike. Go and discover new places. You may travel a lot. You may, go to an art museum. Go and remember how it was like a kid, because there's so much like structure. Trust me, I'm a Capricorn and Mila is a Taurus. We know about structure. We definitely do. So for us, April, we're learning actually to step out of structure as well, which is very important, and to express from our heart space, from love, not to hold back from like what we're really feeling, but to speak with truth, especially now that Mercury is, we'll speak about Mercury retrograde in a moment, but not to be responsible from the words that we're saying. Are the words that we're saying elevating someone's soul, or the words that we're saying like doing something where it's like basically bullying? Okay, you must take responsibility, because the number 8 teaches us instant karma. Okay, instant karma. It's very important this year in general to be and use that infinite knowledge that you have, especially month by month, that you get to expand. Basically, this is the number 3 month. So think of like with anything with 2024, with a number 8 year, has something in bold, caps lock, like, and also like go to font 100 in your face. It's in there, strobe light, because it's telling you needs your attention. So have fun, go into socializing. It's about even spiritual community as well. Community is really right now during this month, it is highlighted, whether it be spiritual community, whether it be going, even if you don't, if it's not even with people, even go out there and be in nature where you feel one with the earth, where you feel one with the sand, with the one with the trees, because it's a different type of community, but we are one with the earth. It's very important. With everything that's happening this month, it's going to be a month of many, many changes. Meditate, because we may feel that we're scattered like all over the place. Like it's a lot of vata energy, a lot of wind energy from all of the events, all of the emotions that are all over. Like we're just like wind. Make sure you're taking time to meditate, honor yourself, be a yes to yourself. And an I don't know means a no at times for others, because you get to rediscover in the month of April 2024, what it is that you truly love. So really, like, don't sell yourself short. Go and visit some place or something brand new. Or if you can't go and visit another place, order a book, that a place that you really would like to go see one day. You know, get inspired just by seeing those pictures will open something up that is inside of you. The lower octave of this month, because we have to speak about the lower octave too, can lead to like poor me, inner child type of stuff. It's going to open up things from childhood that we haven't healed entirely, because it's inner child. That's the number 3 energy. It could lead to like feeling like a victim about something. But remember what I said before, nothing is truly ours. Our parents, our ancestors, they have given us life. They have given us the opportunity, and they pass down good things to us as well, despite of whatever relationship. You have the best relationship or not the greatest relationship, but it's not for us to judge. So it's imperative that those things that God passed down to us, to utilize it, to forgive, to honor it, and take responsibility now for your life by making the choices that will uplift your well-being, rather than pointing fingers of like, well, they made me feel like this, or nobody makes you feel like anything. It's what you give permission for other people to make you feel. You have that power to take back whatever, to whom you give permission to. The only person that you have to answer to is yourself, your higher self, and to source, which isn't a person, but it's the energetic force that lives inside of you. So if you ever feel this month perhaps a little scattered, just for a moment during the meditation, surrender to what your heart tells you. In your meditation, ask angels, guides, spirit, whoever you connect to, you know, Mickey Mouse, whatever it is, please, please show me, is this the right path? Is this the right partner? Is this, if not, help me close it and align me into something that will uplift the energy, because this is the month of fun, changes, and to embrace the brand new. So that is the numerology of the specific month. And now I'm going to segue and into and give the mic over to the beautiful Moonlight Soul.
Thank you. And that's so interesting, because everything that you mentioned is perfectly like in resonance with the astrology. Because actually today is Tuesday. On 4/4 portal, we are just about to experience the North Node Sun conjunction. Prior to that, we are experiencing Venus conjuncting Neptune. And people might be aware, Venus is the rule of the South Node. South Node is something that's very familiar to us, where we're coming from. With regards to everybody's personal chart, South Node is your childhood, your ancestral line. It's something we familiar. We very well know where we came from, because that's what shaped us, right? And now Venus, as the ruler of the South Node, is trying us to to go to the next level, to resolve that which is blocking us from going to the next level, because the ruler of the North Node, Mars, North Node is in Aries. And Aries is about a new direction, new beginning. So tomorrow we have Venus making a conjunction to Neptune. Now, Neptune, people might be aware, dissolve things. Yes, it creates illusion, it creates confusion, but the main function of Neptune is actually to return the energy back to the source, to understand the meaning, just like us being a soul incarnate throughout our life. We're learning these lessons. We are all fools on our journey, a hero's journey, gathering information, gathering memories. Just like you said, Janet, we actually don't own nothing, and we don't take nothing with us. We just come here for the ride to learn some lesson, to hope to do our best with regards to our relation to others, and then take all this wisdom with us back into the source, into our spirit form. And this is the only thing we ever take with us. That's the thing we bring with us and take with us, because everything else is just borrowed, right? So this Venus making a conjunction to Neptune tomorrow, right before Sun makes conjunction to North Node. This is huge, because this is the culmination of the past cycles with regards to us living life that we were kind of projected onto this is who you are, this is what you should, this is how you should live your life. And it's also interesting that this year adds up to number 3, like a Jupiter energy, because there's the other huge thing that's happening this month, which is the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. every time we have a conjunction, two objects coming together, whether it's a new moon or two planets colliding, it creates an end and a beginning. There is something ending, something beginning. So what we've got here, Venus is conjuncting Neptune, something is ending. Venus is the rule of the south node. What is the south node? Something that's familiar. Us creating a reality that is being, in many cases, created from the subconscious place because of the program, because of the conditioning, because of the unresolved trauma, because us thinking that we are something other than who we truly are because of all these stories. Jupiter, the stories we were told and we bought into, and then we then created the reality based on these stories. But are they still in alignment with who we are? Do they make you happy? Do they make you feel like you can expand, or do they make us feel in prison? And this is up to everyone's discernment to decide. So now we have Venus Neptune conjunction, things are closing. We have Sun North Node conjunction, things are beginning, closing and beginning. North Node, the evolutionary potential, and this is all happening right before eclipse, which is in Aries on the 8th of April 8th. It's in the total solar eclipse in Aries. Therefore, it will be happening on the North Node, which is the evolutionary potential where we're heading, and in a new phase conjunction with Sun, because the conjunction between Sun and North Node is on 4-4. The eclipse is on the April 8th. So this is already a new cycle has begun. And then at the end of the month, well, towards the end of the month, we had the Jupiter and Uranus conjunction on the 20th, April 20th. I guess for some people, maybe it is 21st, depending where you are in the world. For majority, is the 20th. And this is the story of the past is ending. Now, what is the story? Where Venus is also the ruler of Taurus, which is where Uranus and Jupiter resides. Uranus is connected with Pluto because, as many people might be aware, Pluto is in Aquarius, ruled by Uranus, and Pluto is the evolution. So what all this represents for us is the opportunity for growth and expansion. Number 3, Jupiter. With regards to what you said about this year being Saturn, will be number 8, which is about the infinity. It's connected to Saturn, Jupiter frequency again. Well, actually, the number 8 in astrology, or the 8th house, is Scorpio. Is Pluto. It's about self-empowerment. And just as you mentioned, is the instant karma that many people who are still very absorbed in traditional astrology know that Saturn represents the karma. You have to work hard for whatever you want, so Saturn will reward you. It's like you need to achieve a certain level of emotional maturation to be given these gifts. So from the soul level, we need to complete certain lesson in order to unlock these gifts, because we all have these gifts. We were all born with these gifts, but what's preventing us from tapping into is the belief systems, is the stories that are either making us feel we are unworthy, we don't deserve, or no, this is not me, somebody else is more special, I'm just, whatever. And this is all the stories which we adopted, because if anybody ever born a child and observed a little baby, there is a time in this baby's life when the baby first time see itself in a mirror. They usually, when they learn to sit, you sit them and they see, first time they see themselves in the mirror, what do? They start kissing themselves. They start kissing themselves because they love themselves, because they're like, oh my God,
We
I
need
need
to
this.
do it. Everybody needs to do it this month, because you have to, we're connecting to our inner child. You take a mirror and you kiss. Did I ever tell you, like, I don't mean to cut you off, but one time I was in Miami and we were there for it was like during like the pandemic. We went there for like a month or so, and there was a guy that was jogging. He was working out, and he was jogging with, like, running with a mirror in front of him, like watching himself run and smiling. And my daughter and I, Jules and I, looked, and I'm like, how amazing is that? But he was getting motivated. But think about when you work out or you're at a gym, when you're in front of the mirror, you actually kind of push yourself a little bit, because it's seeing results. It's loving what you see, or it gets you motivated. So we all need to do that thing with the mirror. I love that you brought that up.
And it's also like, like you cheering on yourself, like you see that reflection and say like, no, doesn't matter. There's someone there for me. Somebody's cheering on me and it's me, So like, it's interesting because of course this Jupiter Uranus conjunction is happening in Taurus. The last one happened in Aries. And Taurus is about you. You know, it's about you. It's about what you value, who you are, your self-love. Venus rules relationship. The Libra is the relationship to other. The Taurus is the relationship to yourself. So this month we have all this energy of relationship, some of which is ending, this sense of I owe something to someone, or I have to be codependent or people pleasing in order to for people to like me. But actually it's the other way around. You need to love yourself, and then you will fit exactly where you're meant to. The right people will like you for exactly who you are, which completely shifts the energy on the planet, because at the moment, just like I started saying about the child, the babies, they love themselves, they love life, because they can still feel connected to everything, because they just came from source. And then throughout life, because of these stories and program and conditioning, we disconnect from ourselves. There are all these expectations. We start feeling ashamed and guilty and unworthy and undeserving and lacking and not good enough. And all. We're not born this way. We're not born this way. You can see the baby's kissing itself. We're not born this way. So now with this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, the story of the past is ending. So it's saying, no, now Uranus is the ruler of Pluto. It's saying we came here as a unique expression of the source, Aquarius, unique, you know, individuated, to fulfill your own unique purpose and destiny. Leo, you know, your authenticity and your heart. Leo rules the heart, connecting with the heart. And this is the month when this is being activated, with the Sun North Node conjunction, which is happening on 4/4 portal, which comes number 8 in a year 8, 4/4/8 year number 8. There is no coincidence. And the caveat is the moon, which is your inner world. Moon is in Aquarius on a time when North Node and Sun conjunct. The moon is in Aquarius. So this is a big month, literally, where all the astrologers are talking about the shifts, you know, the shift is happening, blah, blah, blah. And we had this lunar eclipse in Libra on 25th, March 25th, which was still illuminating to us past patterns, because it was the full moon of the new moon that happened in October 2023, which was in a closing phase conjunction with the South Node. It happened on a South Node. Now we had the full moon in a closing phase conjunction with the nodes. Moon was in a closing phase with South Node, Sun in a closing phase with North Node, because as I keep saying, the conjunction of Sun and South Node is on 4/4. What does this mean? The cycles of the past are closing, but the new cycle is already here. It's getting activated on 4/4, and all these other conjunction, you know, the Uranus Jupiter on April 17th, Venus as the rule of the North Node is conjuncting North Node. These are very, very important things that are all getting activated this month. So from now on, this energy, well, it's been seeded and it's been planted. There is this eclipse. It's getting underlined by the universe. Eclipses are karmic. That's it. We're going ahead. There is no going back. And the energy of the Aquarian age is about sovereignty, about individuation, about empowerment. Well, how are we going to get empowered if we can't even look in a mirror to see ourselves? Because we despite that, because we disconnected. So, you know, because at the end of the month, of course, we have Taurus. By the time Jupiter and Uranus make conjunction, it's already Taurus season. Sun will already be in Taurus on early degrees. This is about us reconnecting to ourselves. We need to find a way back home, because from that, everything will shift, because the reality we are experiencing is created from inside out, not outside in. The outside in is the mirror, is the feedback. So this is the month where things have to start shifting. People need to start coming back home to themselves, to then be able to be more empowered, to create, co-create together, all of us, because yes, we are all connected. Everything impacts everybody else. And therefore, together, we are going to create a different world from the place of self-empowerment, but it has to start from within. Because if we still hate ourselves, judge ourselves, criticize ourselves, feel not good enough, well, guess what? Nobody's perfect. We are not meant to. We all came from spirit. Spirit is perfect, is the source, is the Pisces. We all return to the spirit, coming here, having a human experience, walking our hero's journey or fool's journey, whichever way you want to identify it, is to gather all these memories, to be unique, to give source something new to chew on, right? Because source didn't create 8 billion people to be copy-paste. So then what is, just like you said, we are not here to compare to one another, because that which you are, that's what your heart is telling you, that is your path. That is exactly what you came here to do. You were born to become you, not to become someone else, not to copy someone else. And this is the month when this is getting activated, and there is no going back.
That's amazing. And you know something on 4/4, as you were mentioning with what's happening exactly, numerologically, it equals a number 7. And 7 is all about connecting to spirit. And when we lead with spirit first, soul second, and then physicality afterwards, then it's us being us. And
Exactly.
that is amazing that it's happening that particular day. And on the 8th, where it is the solar eclipse, that equals numerologically a number 2. And number 2 is ruled by Luna, with by the moon. It's all about emotions. It's all about connection. It's all about reconciling certain relationships, but it starts with us. Absolutely amazing. I love that, like the astrology and numerology, how it's like, you know, this
Perfect.
beautiful, it's perfect because it's all about energy. It's like different languages. It's what you say in your native language, what I say in my native language. It's about translation. But ultimately, when we are speaking in the language of the truth, and of course, like through the medium that it comes from our heart and the way we channel, um, it's so beautiful. So I love this beautiful harmony that you and I have created today on 4224, which is kind of cool. 4224.
248, because the 2nd of April of the year 8, 248.
Wow. So yeah, 248. That's yeah, amazing. Amazing. So everyone, if you want, just so you know that Mila and I, we both do one-on-one sessions. I have a beautiful community that she's also part of as well. And if you want to get in contact with us, all the information is going to be in the show notes, and any special events that we're having. And I know that Mila is going to be all around the globe, planting her seed, like, and whoever is like blessed enough to share the space in whatever country that she's going to be in throughout this this year. If you are blessed enough to get a session with her, then by all means, like, get that fairy down for just like 1 hour. It'll be such a great gift. And if you guys are in the New York area, I travel all over as well, but if you are local, definitely check out the events page, and you could catch me online too for some online events, and all information will be in the show notes. Mila, Moonlight Soul, thank you, thank you, thank you, from my heart to yours.
Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure. Thank you.
So great. Happy April 2024 to everyone. Have a blessed month, everyone.
Thank you.